it's honestly getting frustrating because I have spent like a month trying to figure out something that I can do, but every idea that comes into my head, I realize that's not going to last for 13 straight videos, 13 straight days. It's never going to happen. And so honestly, at this point, everything I look at, it's just, I don't know. Like I'm probably just going to have to scrap it, to be honest with you. I don't know what else to do at this point. What are those? Why is there DVDs? What? Battle Dogs? War of the World? That's it! Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So today is a different type of video because I have an announcement for you guys. And frankly, this is the first time ever I've done an announcement video here in the almost 2 years that I've been running this channel. But I am super excited because we are just a couple of weeks, a little over a couple of weeks away from the best holiday of the year for us horror fans. Halloween is right around the corner. And so something I have been toying with for the past month and a half now is trying to do 13 days of Halloween here on the channel. So what that would be is 13 straight days of videos leading up to Halloween. And I finally came up with the perfect idea. I have gone through so many, and I swear every time I come up with one, I'll have it in my head for like an hour, and then I realize, no, that's not gonna work for 13 straight days. But then finally that eureka moment happened, and I realized that the best way to celebrate Halloween is by doing something I teased way back in February or January, whenever it was. So previously at Cinefessions.com, we used to do April in the Asylum, which is where we would spend the month of April writing about films that were released by the Asylum. So also in the past, we have done 13 Days of Halloween on the website. So I figured, let's combine the two and do it for my 13 Days of Halloween here on the channel. So what that means for you guys is that I am locking myself into the Asylum for the next couple of weeks, and I will be talking only horror films that were released by the infamous studio, the Asylum. So the Asylum is probably best known for their mockbusters, which is basically a film that has a similar title to a big blockbuster release that's coming out. When Pacific Rim came out, they released Atlantic Rim, but then they got sued, so they had to change the name. And I think it's now like Creatures from Beneath or something. And then Age of the Hobbits came out when The Hobbit was releasing, one of the 3 of the Hobbit films, which again has a new name as well. I can't remember that one off the top of my head, but this is what they do. I Am Omega came out when I Am Legend was releasing. This Transmorphers with Transformers. Okay, I'll stop, but you get the idea. That's probably what they're best known for. But then in 2013, they released Sharknado on Sci-Fi, and they got huge from that. That movie was so big, it ended up creating 5 sequels, which is just absurd to think about. So they then went off on this big sea creature kick, which a lot of small independent films followed suit with. And so at this point now, though, they're kind of back to that mockbuster territory, but at the same time, they are doing so much more than that. They have family films line. They do animated films at points. They do sci-fi, horror. They just do it all. And so the Asylum is quite a successful company because of their model, which is film these movies as cheaply as possible and make them as entertaining as possible. So I have spent some time with the Asylum in the past, and two varying mixed results, I'll say, but I've seen some gems in there. So I figured, let's keep going, see what else I can find. Now, over these next 13 days, I am going to be rewatching some things I've already seen, but maybe don't remember that well. And then I will be watching some brand new things. There is going to be a mix of subgenres. There will be a mix of release years, some of their older stuff, some of their newer stuff. There will be just a complete mix, basically a random assortment of films. But the one thing they will have in common is that they will be, at least one of their genre tags will be horror. I'm reticent to share with you guys what movies I actually plan on watching over the 13 days, just because I'm relying on streaming platforms for about half of them, and at any point in time, those can disappear. So I don't want to promise you a movie that you might be super excited about, and then it disappears, or for whatever reason, I just can't access it over those 13 days. So instead, I will just keep the watch list a secret, I guess, heading into the 13 days of Halloween. I know a lot of you might be wondering if there's going to be any other videos during these next 13 days because you're here for the hauls, or you're here for whatever different content you're here for. I know my subscriber base is all over the place. Some of you are here for Dollar Tree hauls. Some of you are here for those bargain hauls at the thrift store. Some of you like my reviews, and some of you like the books I talk about. It runs the gamut across the board, which I love. I love having the flexibility of talking about all things media. But over the next 13 days, I will strictly be talking movie reviews. So unfortunately, those hauls will have to wait until November, but don't worry, come November, I'm sure there's going to be a ton of hauls that I didn't get to in the month of October. So though the next 13 days are all going to be reviews, I still hope you guys are interested, and I hope that you will support it just by watching the videos and then giving them a like, because that's really the best way to expand viewers, get more eyes on my content. So thank you guys so much for all of your support by liking the video, just clicking on the video, watching through, and then leaving those comments. All of that really helps me out as I'm now making that final march uphill to reach that, coveted 1,000 subscriber mark. So thank you guys so much for all of your support over the past couple of years. It means so much to me. While I understand that Asylum movie reviews is not going to appeal to everybody, I hope it will appeal to enough of you. And if this is popular enough, if you guys do want to see more of this, maybe in April, I can do something similar to this, because we could spend April in the Asylum, like I teased back in January or February or whatever it was. But let me know down in the comments below if you guys have any recommendations from the Asylum, either movies that you actually liked or ones that you hated so much that you just have to share with me. Please give me those recs, because although my watch list is set for this 13 days, in April I might do more. Next year I could do it again. Who knows? I just would love to get some more recommendations for some that I may not have seen, or ones that I may not be watching this time through. What would make this 13 days even more successful, though, is if you guys decided to join along. You can find so many films from the Asylum on Hoopla, which you can access if you have a library card, as long as your library is a partner with Hoopla. That's why I'm doing a lot of these. Amazon Prime Video has tons of these as well. Tubi has a few too. So there are just so many free ways to watch Asylum films. So if you're interested, definitely leave some comments throughout the 13 days of what you happen to be watching that day. Because I would love to hear about your experiences with the Asylum as well, if you decide that you want to watch 1 or 2 or 13 different Asylum films along with me over these next 13 days. That would just be the bee's knees. So that is it, guys. That's the announcement. From October 19th through October 31st, I will be locking myself into the Asylum and watching some of the best, maybe some of the worst, probably a lot in between, of what the Asylum has to offer. And I really hope that you guys accept my invitation to come along with me, because I think it might possibly, potentially, maybe a lot of fun, or it could be filled with misery, but at least I wouldn't be alone, so that's always a positive. But I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Is this something you're interested in watching? Might you skip out for the next couple of weeks, which I would totally understand as well. Either way, give me some recs. That would be really appreciated. But I just thank you guys so much for your support, and I hope you are as excited as I am for the first ever 13 days of Halloween here on Cinefessions. As I always ask, guys, if you're excited about this video series, or you just enjoyed this video, please give this a like down below. That really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk movies, I talk all things media, be it books, movies, video games, graphic novels, manga, whatever it is. If it's media, I'm interested in it. And if you are too, you might consider subscribing. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for today. I am getting ready to lock myself inside the Asylum, and I hope the results are positive. But who knows? We'll see where the next 13 days take us. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. I really do appreciate it. And I want to encourage you, lock yourself in the Asylum with me. I'll catch you next time.